Hey everyone, I'm going to wait until some actual people, what the fuck? Please, some actual people actually come on, and, uh, and start watching. But you don't want to miss this, honestly. And if you were offended by swearing and the mentioning of sex and all that kind of stuff, vaginas, penises, then don't watch, because it's going to be riddled with this. I had a good idea, and I want to share it. So weekly, I'm going to come on here, and I am going to do a live video every week to tell you about my dating adventures. And some people might say, the fuck are you putting your personal life out there like that? Well, I don't give a shit what other people think, because this is fucking funny. And actually, some of this shit is downright unbelievable. I mean, okay. So, it's no secret I was single for a long time, 4 years, something like that. And I enjoyed it, and it was fucking great. But let's face it, everyone needs a good shag, right? So I thought, God damn it, it's about time that I put myself out there. So after not having sex for 4 fucking years, it was a little bit daunting. So I want to tell you about my first experience. I was preparing for a rendezvous, shall we call it. And anyway, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go get my first ever Brazilian. Not sure whether you've all experienced a Brazilian or not. Well, people say once you've had a baby and shit, you've got no modesty. Well, that's true to a degree, but fucking hell, Brazilian is next level shit, right? So make this appointment at the beauty therapist. Okay, you got to trust your beauty therapist, because well, you know, she's got her hands in your vagina. So you've kind of got to be okay. Where are my comments? I can't see these comments. Jesus Christ. Why can't I? Anyway, so the lady said to me, have you ever had a Brazilian before? And I said, no, never. But do your magic. Do your magic. I want things downstairs to be smooth. Anyway, so she instructs me to get on the table, take my clothes off, and then sit there spread eagle. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, let's just, a little bit daunting, but I thought, let's just go with it. Okay. So I get on the table, do as she's asked, and so I'm just lying there, and she puts this boiling hot fucking wax on me that I was like, Jesus Christ, you may want to check the temperature of that. Anyway, me being me, chat throughout the whole fucking process, because I'm a little bit nervous, right? So she puts this, so she scolds my fucking fanny, and she does her first rip, and she says, this may hurt a little. Well, Jesus motherfucking Christ, she was not wrong. It hurt a lot. She should have said, hold on to the sides of the bed and make sure you don't shit yourself, because this is gonna hurt like a bitch. So I'm just reading your comments. Yeah, I can't see the comments on Facebook, but I can see them on my phone. I don't know why comments are hidden. Weird. Anyway, so this bitch scolds my fucking fanny off to start off with. Then she rips me to all kinds of fuckery. And then while I'm in the throes of pain, she puts on some more wax, and I say to her, Jesus Christ, that's really, really hot. So she starts blowing on my fanny, and I'm like, oh, I know I shouldn't be aroused, but I kind of am. That was kind of nice. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, this is awkward, really fucking awkward. So I don't know whether you guys have felt the same. Maybe I'm just a freak. I don't give a shit. But anyway, I was strangely aroused. Anyway, so she's got her fingers all in there. I didn't realize it was like, I thought she'd kind of cover up one side of your fanny and then rip off the hair and then uncover the other side while she covered one side up. It wasn't like that at all. Everything was out on display. And she had her fingers in there and she was blowing on it, and I'm like, fucking hell, is this worth it? Well, I'm telling you, yes it is, because the smoothness is unbelievable, and I would never ever go back to shaving, right? So anyway, so that's not the worst part. So then she says, I have to do your asshole now. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. Anyway, me being me, and because of course I'm really, really fucking nervous, I'm like, oh, okay. So she gets me to lie on my side, and she said, pull your cheeks open. I'm like, fucking hell, could this get any worse? So not only is she in there in my fanny, she's right in there in my asshole as well. And I'm like, dear, oh fucking dear. Anyway, so because I'm so nervous, I said to her, has anybody farted while you've been doing this? Because I'm thinking to myself, I am so close to farting right now, and I want to know that I'm not the only one that has farted. You know, like I don't want to seem different. Anyway, one moment, I'm just answering this message. Oh, right. I don't know why I can't see the comments on here. This is weird settings. Hang on, one moment. God knows. Anyway, okay. So I'm lying there on my side with my ass just hanging out for her to see. It doesn't worry her because she's obviously seen a million assholes. And I'm like, well, mine would be probably the most attractive one that you've ever seen. I mean, I didn't ask her this question, but I just know it. And I'm a psychic, so I just know that she thought, geez, that girl's got a pretty asshole. I told you, if you don't like graphic shit, then don't watch me, okay? So I don't want anyone coming back and saying, oh, that was a bit disgusting. I don't give a fuck. And that's why I'm doing this on my personal page, not my tarot page. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so she rips my fucking asshole to shreds, and I'm thinking, oh, is my skin ever going to recover? Anyway, it did, and it was the best thing since sliced bread, right? Okay, I mean, you know, a little bit tender and shit like that, but you get over it. Fantastic. If anybody has not had a Brazilian, highly recommend it. I don't recommend doing it yourself, because I thought to myself, I'm going to save myself $60. So I brought some hot wax the other day, and I thought, I'll give myself a Brazilian. Don't do it. Don't do it. It is not as easy, and there's a reason why they charge $60, because I'm not that good at it. Jesus Christ. I just about ripped me fucking man in the boat off. So I fucking wax all up my arms. I had it everywhere. I tell you what, well, not that I would have recorded it, but fucking Jesus Christ, it was painful. It was painful. And I ended up having to shave anyway, because I did such a shit job. Right, so prepared myself for this massive big rendezvous. I was so nervous because, as I said, I hadn't had a shag or been with a man for 4 years. So this was going to be all new for me. Okay, Jesus Christ, I have to have a vape. So anyway, I had made contact with a person, and it was only ever just going to be like a friends with benefits, and I highly recommend it. If anybody is out there and they're single and they don't want a relationship but they want to shag, get a friends with benefits. It's amazing. You get all the benefits and all the loveliness without all the fuckery and all the bullshit, right? So it's simple. They come, that pun intended, they come to your house, they do the business, they service you, and then they go. It's wonderful. You don't have to cuddle them, you don't have to cook for them, you don't have to fucking do any of that bullshit, and it's just unnecessary shit. Anyway, and everybody's needs gets met. It's wonderful. Anyway, so I was having a conversation with this person, and they told me their situation, blah 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 blah, and I said, well, me being man, well, I don't have sex on the first date, and anyway, and this person said, well, I've got a feeling that you will. And I'm like, well, that's presumptuous of you. I already don't like you. Because you got my back up. But anywho, fast forwarding to the next day, he came over and he walked through my door. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, if you ain't the most motherfucking most attractive man I have ever seen, then I don't know what. Oh my God, he was beautiful. Well, we sat there and we had an awkward coffee for 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, we're in the bedroom shagging. Like, absolutely fucking go for it. And I'm just thinking, this is goddamn Christmas. Can you imagine 4 years of releasing pent up fucking tension? 4 years worth. Jesus Christ. I mean, the poor man, he was just devoured. He was ravaged. I think he was like, I think he'd second guessed his decision. Nah, bullshit. Anyway, so it ended up being fucking horrendous. So we finished it. We had a good fucking check, and he ended up being the best lover I've ever had. He was amazing. He was amazing. Makes up for all the fuckwits after him, though, you know. And because we're going to go on to that, I'm going to tell you about most of my dating disasters. I have been ghosted. I have been told I'm too fat. Point blank. Sorry, I can't fuck you. You're too fat. And I'm just like, really? Okay. All right. I mean, you know, I don't say, well, I can't fuck you because your penis is too small, or I can't fuck you because you stink. Well, no, actually, I would say that, but not in those words. But anyway. So after the deed with this person, finished up, and then I went out into the hallway because I thought I heard a noise. And then to my fucking horror, my son had come home. He's 19. Nobody wants to hear their parents or their mother shag. I was fucking mortified. They'd only ever seen me with their father, right? So Kais is in the toilet. Oh fuck, I said his name. Oh, yeah, people that know me know my son anyway. Anyway, so he's in the toilet, dropping the kids off at the pool, and I'm just like so mortified. I'm like, Jesus, because I was not quiet. Let me tell you, 4 years, I was not quiet. This was going down. My neighbours called fucking noise control on me. That's how goddamn noisy it was. Anyway, so I come out and he's in the toilet, and I said to this person, oh fuck my life. I said, my son has come home and he has heard everything. What the fuck do I do? So this person gets dressed and he fucking hightails it out of there, gives me a kiss, see you later. But must have been pretty good because 2 days later he was back. Just saying. Anyway, and he's got the skills. So I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, so what do I do now? So I stayed in my bedroom for like 2.5 hours. I was like, I cannot make eye contact with this human that I created and has now just heard his mother have sex for the first time. I mean, I was like, fuck my life. What am I going to do? Stayed in my room 2.5 hours. And then I was like, what do I do? I'm going to get up. I'm going to get up. So I came out into the lounge and I'm like, right, fuck, what do I do now? What do I do? What do I do if he comes in? I can't talk to him. I can't look him in the eye. I know, I'll bake a fucking cake. Because that's what you would do. So I went into the kitchen and I goddamn well made a fucking cake. I mean, why did I make a cake? I mean, for fuck's sake. But I just had a good idea. I'll make a cake. That's crazy. Anyway, so I made a cake. So I'm on this high from having this shag for the first time in 4 fucking years. And then, but I'm filled with horror and shock because my son heard me having sex. Fuck. So everything was okay, and I've never mentioned it. Never brought it up. But I have said to him, if there's another car in the driveway, then best you just stay away. Fucking hell. So that was one of my great experiences in dating. But there is some absolute shockers, and I'm going to come in here every week and I am going to tell you of each event that has taken place and the ins and outs of online dating and dating in your 40s. It is some fucked up shit, let me tell you. I don't know. Is there any good men in the world? Is there any good people left in the world? Because I have seen everything from stalkers to rapists. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I've had that. I have had that. And let me tell you about that. Jesus Christ, you will not believe what happened. It's absolutely fucking horrendous. But that's a whole other Oprah show. But what I also want to do is... everybody's coming to me for advice, right? Because clearly I'm the best person to fucking give advice. But I don't know. Everybody asked me for advice, and I thought to myself, oh, so let's have a question and answer. This is not tarot or psychic bullshit. This is about dating. You know, ask me, if blah, blah, blah is doing such and such and such, what should I do? I am going to give you the best goddamn answers ever. So they're going to be straight up, they're going to be R18, unedited, raw answers to your questions. So if there's a burning question that you want to know about sex, dating, and all of that kind of shit, then ask me, private message me and ask me, and then next week, probably Tuesday night, I will get back on here and I will do a live with another snippet, with another story about dating and my experiences, and then I'll answer your questions. I think it'll be fun, and invite your friends to join in as well. But I'm going to get these comments sorted out because I actually can't see. I can't see anybody's comments, which. Oh, now I can. Oh, God. Oh, at the end of the live, I finally can. But thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is just a short little snippet because I have hundreds of stories. Now I sound like a slut. I don't care. Slut. Being a slut's fantastic. I like to think of it as entering my, my slut phase. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it to everybody. If you've never ever been a slut and you're single, fucking go out there, get as much dick as you can, and just enjoy life because it's fantastic. So I'll say good night and thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. I'll put an advertisement up on my page, and then we will go from there. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your night. See you later. Fuck, how do I stop this goddamn live video? Fuck. Oh, right, over here.